Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another week of yoga. Stay firm. Sending that right foot back. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Alexis Faye Yoga. I'm so very glad that you've decided to join me today. We're gonna hop right into this quick flow, bringing our feet underneath our knees or all the way together, picking the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back and down the spine, pulling the ears and shoulders a little further apart as we lift tall through the top of the head. Closing the eyes and taking a few big breaths in. And fully letting the breath back out. With an inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, interlocking all fingers but the pointer. Reaching up nice and tall. We'll move our weight into our left foot, picking up our right, taking it across our left side, and finding a side bend. Inhale back through center, bringing the right foot in. And taking the left across. Fingers go towards the left foot, over towards our right side. Side bend. And back up again. Pressing down through both feet so we can lift tall through the arms. We'll find a baby back bend. Lifting from the rib cage, from the heart. And coming forward again. Releasing the arms down. With an inhale, we'll reach tall to the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the waist. Inhale, half high, reaching out through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold. Nodding the head yes. Shaking the head no. Releasing out the upper body, allowing yourselves to be heavy here. Now we'll grab for opposite elbows and find a little sway side to side. Coming back through center, dropping the fingertips down. We'll heel toe the feet out from our forward fold to our wide-legged forward fold. Now our feet can be parallel to each other, or you could turn the toes out a little bit more so our heels are in, toes are out. And we'll fold some more. Again, allowing the head to be heavy, hinging at the waist. Now pressing into the hands again. We'll walk the hands over to the left foot. Walking through center to the right foot. Back through center again, turning the hands around so fingertips are pointed behind the body through the legs. And we'll walk the hands through the legs. Walking the hands back in towards center so we can press down into them. Heel toeing in. We're going to come in about half the distance. So our legs are a little further than shoulders distance apart, a little more than our forward fold. Keeping the toes pointed away, heels in towards center. Bending at the knee and taking the tailbone down for our Malasana squat. Now we can press against the hands to use the elbows to keep the legs open. Lifting tall through the top of the head, and we'll stay here for a moment or two. Extending the left arm long, so we're taking it in front of the left knee. We'll open the right arm out towards the side. Coming back in towards center. Right arm this time, reaching down towards the floor in front of our right knee. Left arm reaches out to the side. Back through center again. And we'll take the arms back behind us to help lower us down to a seated position. Bringing the bottoms of the feet in, we'll press them against each other, softening the knees for a butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine and gently pressing down through the knees. We can find a real gentle flutter of the legs here, finding a pulsing, a bouncing of the knees. We can find a sway side to side. Coming back in towards center, keeping the spine long, so reaching up through the crown of the head. We'll hinge at the waist, pulling us a little closer towards the feet. Inhale, lifting tall again. Using our pointer and middle finger to wrap around our big toes of each foot. We'll extend the legs out in front, finding a variation to our boat pose, engaging through the core. Relaxing the arms as much as we can, as well as the shoulders. We're not wrenching us up, but we're holding here, gently and with balance. Putting a bend to the left leg, we'll drop it down towards the mat as we soften the right leg long out in front of us. So we have that left knee tucked up towards us, and we'll soften towards the right leg. Using the breath here to allow us to soften further. With an inhale, extending long through the spine, exhale, relaxing into that space that the breath was. Allowing us to soften a little deeper with each exhale. Inhale, sitting tall again. Taking the arms up to the ceiling. We'll circle them back and around, grabbing for opposite elbows, pulling the shoulders into the spine and lifting the chest slightly. Slowly releasing the arms out. We're gonna do the same kind of thing, but incorporating that left knee now. So shifting forward so we can loop the left arm around the left leg, right arm comes around the back. And we might find a bind here, we might not, and that's okay. Slowly letting go of the right arm to untwist both arms. Grabbing the big toe of our left foot and taking it up, out in front, grabbing the right foot, pulling it in and setting it down. So same thing on this side. Exhale, softening the chest forward, using that breath help us relax into this pose. Inhale, sitting up again. Circling both arms back and around, grabbing for opposite elbows, pulling the shoulder blades into the spine, lifting the chest. Circling the arms back around slowly, and we'll find that right leg bind. Shifting forward to circle the right arm back and around the leg. Left arm comes around as well. Reaching for the fingertips, potentially finding that bind. And very slowly, letting go of first the left arm and then the right, taking both legs out long in front of us. We'll wiggle them out. Sitting tall through the spine and taking the arms up to the ceiling. We'll engage all the way up the legs so the toes lift to the ceiling, kneecaps gently pull in towards the hips. We'll take a few breaths here. You'll notice that you're either working from your lats or your low back, maybe from those hip flexors. Focusing on continuing to sit tall as we breathe. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Very good. We will bring the left leg in, cradling the leg. So the right hand wraps around the bottom of the foot, left arm wraps around the leg, and we'll gently rock the leg side to side. Dropping that left foot to plant on the outside of our right leg. Our right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Elbow comes down towards that left leg. Left arm circles around behind the back, and we'll find a gentle twist. Taking the eyes forward again. We'll remove the left leg from the outside of the right, taking it long out in front, wiggling out. Now, cradling the right leg in. Left hand comes around the bottom of the foot. Right arm comes around the leg, and we'll gently find the rocking on this side. Dropping that right foot on the outside of our left leg. The left arm reaches tall to the ceiling. We'll bring the elbow to the outside of our right leg. Right hand comes back behind, and a gentle twist on this side. Slowly taking the eyes forward again, taking the right leg out. We'll bring the feet back in together, pressing the feet against each other, wrapping the hands around the bottoms of the feet, pressing down through the knees back to our butterfly. This time focusing on maybe pressing down through the knees as we lift tall through the spine. Beautiful. We'll keep the bottoms of the feet together, but move them a little further away from the hips. So we're more of a diamond shape than a butterfly. Sitting up tall through the spine again, wrapping the arms around, the hands around the bottoms of the feet. Exhale, softening the chest forward. Lengthening as we do so. So reaching tall through the top of the head. We're focusing on bringing the chest towards the feet, not the head. And using that breath to help us soften into this pose. Oftentimes when we work from hip stretches, the longer we stay in them, the more we're able to soften. The first time we get into a pose like this, our brain tells us that it's scary and that we can only go so far. But by showing the body that we are safe, we're respecting it, and we're taking our time here, the mind allows the body to relax further. We'll start to lift the spine up, maybe ragdolling and rolling our way. We'll bring the knees together and take the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Hands come behind to help with balance, but still sitting tall through the chest and the top of the head. We'll move the legs back and forth, windshield wipering in towards center and out. Taking the knees back up, walking in slightly, sitting tall on those sit bones, and we'll engage the core, pulling rib bones and hips a little bit closer in together, taking the belly button a little more towards the spine, and we'll find a boat pose here. We can keep the big toes down for balance if we'd like. We can take the calves parallel to the floor, or we can extend fully out. We also have that variation from before with using the hooks of the fingers around the big toes, although it does take a little bit of the core work out of it. So depending on what you're wanting to get out of this class, maybe not hooking the toes, to focus a little bit more on core strength. Continuing to breathe here in our boat pose. It's all too easy to focus on not breathing to help us hold that core in. But breathing while doing core is a core workout in and of itself. So continuing to breathe, it's important. Slowly rolling forward. We'll take the legs back and around us, making our way to a tabletop. Bringing wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, Inhaling the eyes and the tailbone up, dropping the stomach. Exhale, curling into center, arching up through the spine, back and forth. Tucking the toes under. We'll walk the hands in so we can sit on the heels. Now, if this is a little bit too much for the knees or the bottoms of the feet or up the quads, you can always lift the knees up off the mat and take some of that loaded pressure off the joints. We'll drop the hands down so that we can lift the legs towards straight. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan diving the arms, lifting us up to the ceiling. Exhale, hinging, forward fold. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. Walking the feet out a little bit wider, heels in, toes out, back to our yogi squat or our malasana squat. Bringing the hands down in front, again, lengthening back up through the legs. Inhale, half high. Exhale, fold. We'll ragdoll our way to standing, starting at the very base of the tailbone. Rolling one vertebrae up past the next. Moving slowly, allowing the arms and head to be heavy until the very last part of our roll. Bringing the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back and down the spine a few times. And we'll end in our Tadasana, our mountain pose. Again, pressing down through the feet, lifting tall through the spine, opening the arms out in front of the body. We'll close the eyes and take a few more deep breaths. Press down through those feet. Thank you so very much for joining me today. It is always such a joy and an honor to get to spend this time with you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Go in love and light.